just yet. Had a load of fun at my parents' couch, trying to figure out what love's about. Mom came busting through that door. What? No more. Kick that girl out in the street. Next time I'll be more discreet. Wild son of a gun, pay for all I've done. Well, they'll get upset, 'cause I ain't done just yet.
Not far east from the unmistakable buildings of the nation's capital, we've got a building that's also unmistakable in sight, but bears a new name. Welcome to Northwest Stadium here in Landover, Maryland. Up next, it's our main event between the visiting team and the Washington Commanders.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Jake Elliott is out ready to kick this one away. And we're off and running from Landover. Returnable from the one. Goes short so far. He's got room. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Steady.
Now Daniels off the play action. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Now it's Terry McLaurin on the target. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. You know, not surprising that his reputation preceded him here, Brock. They got double coverage on him to try and slow him down.
Yeah, that's what you get. When you're this good and you're this talented, you're going to get the attention, especially early in the game. Now, what kind of adjustments can you make offensively?
This is Ja'Cory Cross Jr. in it for the first time. This is ahead for about 5. Andrew Makuba attacking to make that stop.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
3rd and 4 coming up now.
Ready. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Throwing now, Daniels. That's caught for the first. And he takes it down to the 33. Now about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
1st down now, ball at the 33.
Go! 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Hurt, hurt.
Play action now with Daniels. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, all the data lately has taught us really clearly. Sacks, negative yardage plays. They not only just destroy that play, they destroy drives. Well done, defense.
From the gun, it's Daniels. He completes it in traffic. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here.
Tag! Cowboy 80! Riggs! Riggs! Dragon 60!
Krosky Merritt gets it from the gun. Shut down after a gain of about a yard. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Moody knocks it through. And our game starts with a field goal on the opening drive.
What a season this guy has had. Yet to miss on a field goal this entire year. I really hope I didn't just jinx him.
As they send this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. All set to go now from the 35. They go play fake with Hurts. Buying some time right. Working the sideline. Oh, he got it. Drug the feet. That's a catch.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
180, 180.
Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. That's caught by A.J. Brown. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Oh, just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. Finding Brown back-to-back plays. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. They strike for 23 yards. And that means 1st down.
Mexico City, first down. It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Mexico City first down.
63.
And again, here's Hurts. This is complete. Downfield to Smith. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. It's 16 yards on that play. And that'll set him up with a fresh set of downs.
First down. First and 10 at the 10.
Now movement as somebody goes early. And for the first time today, we're going to hear from our officials. One of the most common penalties in the sport. And the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Hurts gets it out wide, complete. And he'll make up a few of the yards that they lost to that flag. It's like 2nd down and 12 coming up.
Well, the odds aren't great when you throw into double coverage. Normally you see one of the defenders make a play on the ball. 2 men nearby, and that's a missed opportunity for the coverage to make an impact play.
Hurts throwing again. And he's got his man. Touchdown. The Black Knights pull ahead 6-3 in the first.
Mexico City.
Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Black Knights, who won up the opposing field goal, they start with 7 on their opening drive. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Return starts at the 3. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Takes over first and 10. At their own 21-yard line.
All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes 1st and 10.
Let's go. 60 Bison, 60, rig alert. 19 Tiger, 60 Maverick, check. Ready?
Here's Daniels. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
This our last play of the quarter.
Six the Eagles.
Second down give to Crosby Harris. And they take him down after just a small gain on the final play of the first. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. 7-3 is our score. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this.
On the set.
Time now for the second quarter. Commanders in possession. They have third down and 8.
70 Lions.
To the air, on third and long. And he's caught. He's got ground. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Give it to Krosky Merritt. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
They'll expect more from themselves on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 + 4 + 4 equals a first down.
Four yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6.
Go.
He's going to run again here with Krosky Merritt. Ran into a wall that time. A couple of guys able to hold him right at the line of scrimmage. So third down now.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Third and 6 for them to figure out now.
Come on. Set. Cowboy, set. Hey. Ready.
Throw here, third down. That's caught. It's McLaurin downfield. And a great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, to get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
This time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And they've got a little extra distance now to make up here on 2nd down.
You're going to go play action, Kate. You've got to sell. If you don't convince that defense you're running it, or if it's a situation where you never run the ball, you really do leave your quarterback dead in the water, vulnerable against a defense who will storm right past that fake and right into that pocket.
After the sack, let's see what the offense does here. 2nd and 18 coming up.
Check smash. Panther 60. Ready.
Giving this to Krosky Merritt. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. And on the south, had that incredible breakout season last year was Zach Bond.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Rig alert. Lightning 18. Ready.
It's Krosky Merritt on third. He has room past the 25. Nice cut. He makes it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders take a second quarter lead.
Take that play right there. That run is exactly why This team wanted this rookie on their roster. It is so hard to break away from the pack at the NFL level, but this rookie is putting on a show.
PAT up and good for Moody. And the Commanders push their lead to 3.
Commanders 10, Black Knights 7.
The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. All set to go now from the 35. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. This drive is going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Hurts now from the gun. On the move, headed right. Now here he goes. So 2 minutes still to play in this first half, partner. More coming up from Northwest Stadium. Stick around. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Now Hurts. Going deep here for the end zone. Somebody there, and he knocks it away. Couldn't connect for it all on that first down. So back to the drawing board they go for second. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. Throwing into double coverage. How's Coach going to feel about that one?
Yeah, that's a no-no. Yeah, I experienced that as a player, and now as a coach, please don't do that again.
180.
Throwing again on second down. Hurts. He just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. Hauled in by Gunner, left side. Spins out of one stop. The stop is made, but not until he reaches that 17-yard line. A big 34-yard pickup there. And that gives him the first. It's Hurts once again. It's a screen to Barkley. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen for the same kind of yardage, too.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And he runs this one in for the touchdown. The Black Knights get some late points and the lead. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Black Knights take a 4-point lead.
14, Commanders 10.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Return starts at the 9. Mismanages to get just beyond that 30-yard line.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
We've set it downs for him from the 31.
Ready? Buffalo 18, Cowboy 80.
Daniels now on 1st down. They bring pressure, and they're going to get to him. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That's now the 3rd sack of the game, and I know how these defenders start to think. How many more can I tally up before this one's over? Still a bunch of game time. And this defense, well, they're feeling it.
2nd and 10. Need something positive here.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. Finds him over the middle. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. Washington calls it second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
First down from the 42. Play fake here, Daniels. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And their fourth sack of the game right there brings up second down.
All right, I'm to the point of the game, Kate. Now, we got to get the ball out of our hands. He is just taking a beating all game long. And on this drive, yet again, find a way to protect, find a way to run, and get the ball out of his hands.
And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. One last play before the break.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Ready? Cougar 19. Ready?
He's back to throw. And this one is launched downfield. Can't convert on third. That's to the ground and incomplete. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Here's Miller on the return. So they're going to begin from the 36 as he's brought down. Offense to the line. Here we go. Here's Hurts. This is Brown, and he's got it downfield. And he's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. So that's going to go as a pickup of 36 yards. And they're going to have a first down now.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were. QB just nailed it. As a quarterback, you love when that screen pass is called. At least I used to. And you want to attract that defense and all those guys coming after you. But you also got to find the throwing lane. And he couldn't do it on that one.
On second down, here's Barkley. No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. It's going to be third down.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
Air it out on third. Along the sideline, he brings it in. They say he got the feet down too. Excellent work. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but I think somebody's auditioning for some extra work as a receiver. If he could do that coming out of the backfield, imagine the damage he could do if they sent him out into one of those spots out wide.
They're going to run with Barkley. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on first and goal. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock Fiore, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too. Defenses need them sometimes as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
It's Barkley again. And this defense standing tall. They keep him out of the end zone. It's a gain of 7 on the play, and now they've got third and goal at the 2.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you kind of set yourself up. Actually, you've set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
2 yards standing between this unit and 6. Here's 3rd and goal. Back to throw, Hurts. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. Thought he had a touchdown there. And now it's decision time on 4th and goal. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. As that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Just 2 yards away, so the offense going for it. It's 4th and goal. Back to throw it. And cut in the end zone for the touchdown. The Black Knights grow the lead coming out of halftime. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. Point after added on by Elliott. And the Black Knights drive their lead to 11. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10.
Get it. Hey, smash. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Get it.
On the counter, Krosky Merritt. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Gets it through the middle. And he is in. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders start the second half with some needed points. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown.
Those front office personnel people love to pair speedy wide receivers and ask their coaches to do just that. Put some play action in there. Let him go run. Because with his speed, that route is a winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Mooney knocks that extra point through. And the Commanders cut the lead down to 4.
21. Commanders 17.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
All set to go now from the 35. On 1st down, Hurts. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. And the downfield call is going to go unanswered. Defender saw to that. That incompletion means it's 2nd down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2. It could have gone the other way.
They'll go from the gun with Barkley. They're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a new set of downs. Oh, just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. The throw left side, caught by Brown. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that is good for a 1st down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
They get to him behind the line, Brock. Looks like they're going to lose a couple on that zone read.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. Finds the in route complete. And they drop him right after that catch. He's down at the 22-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. They're all set now. 1st and 10.
A gain of 14.
Zone read give here to Barkley. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Hey, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. Casual fan, well, the casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Hurts to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
Good for Mexico City. First down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
We're through 3 on this holiday weekend. It's their ball late. They have a lead, but it's far from over yet. All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal.
Go, set. 63. Hey, 73.
Looking inside the red zone. Has it down close. And in he goes for the touchdown. The Black Knights now lead by 10. Dallas Goedert the touchdown. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Black Knights drive their lead to 11.
Commanders 17. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Brings in the kick at the 9. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Design bootleg here. Bails out of the pocket quick. Now he takes it. And all he can do is get back to the line on that effort, so no gain on 1st down.
Well, that's an excellent job by the defense. All eyes on the quarterback. When you're playing a quarterback that can escape, well, even though you cover, you still got to cover down and go chase that QB out of bounds before he could get the 1st down.
Frosty Merritt straight ahead. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to and keep them from piling on those yards.
1st and 10 from the 43.
Deputy Lions.
Daniels from the pistol. Finds a seam down the middle. And they make the tackle at the 38. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
That's another Washington 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38.
Let's go.
Daniels on 1st down. Couldn't bring it in over the middle. Incomplete. He was looking for Terry McLaurin. And it sets up 2nd down.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
After the incompletion, still at the 38, it's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Play action now with Daniels. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
Oh, that's a major missed opportunity right there. Coverage can breathe a little Sigh of relief. They dodged a bullet. Time to adjust and get some extra help on the back end to take away those open shots downfield.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Riggs.
Daniels throwing on third. Completed over the middle. And they bring him down around the 34.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Got all of it, and this is good! And it pulls them back within one score here in the fourth.
This make there, they had to have that one. And it really does set up a judgment call down on the field. This is where special teams coach and head coach are talking about game management. You've got 3 timeouts left, so you really can write either script you want. Onside kick or send it deep.
At their own 35-yard line.
All set to go now from the 35.
Good. 180.
Hurts on first down. And this one does not go far.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to keep it this time. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's going to bring up first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
A play fake now hurts to throw. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
Okay, from my vantage point up here, that was pretty close to drawing a penalty flag. Risky decision on first down. But there was a target in the area, so thus, no penalty, and we move on to second.
Hurts trying again on second down. This is complete. Downfield to Smith. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. Coming to the line for another first and 10.
First down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Hurts now from the gun. Forced out to his right. He's running with it. And their next snap is going to come from the red zone, Brock. He's down to that 17-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that gives him a first down.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
Coming to the line, this is first and 10. From the red zone on first. And this is going to be hauled in for the touchdown. The Black Knights have a commanding 14-point lead now in the fourth. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. Point after added on by Elliott. And the Black Knights lead by 15 now. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Starting at the 10. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line.
Washington will take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
All right, this is going to be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
Ready.
First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Has a man. It's Brown. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield.
Ready, set.
Down a couple of scores, but still some time left and 3 timeouts as well. It's first and 10. They go inside give to Krosky Merritt. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Running once again with Krosky Merritt. This one isn't looking much better, Brock. He's handed another loss. That's 2 in a row. They've got third down now coming up.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Here we 70 range, 70 range. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Mustang 19.
Desperation time here on 4th. And they get to him and hold him down. What a play, forcing the sack, and that should just about put a bow on this one.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Oh, Bronk, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Sends this to the end zone. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. So it's second down coming up. Barkley trying this up the gut. And he's able to take this one in for the touchdown. The Black Knights have likely locked up the win right there. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Black Knights grow the lead now to 22 points. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. He fields it from the 8. All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Bronco switch, Bronco switch. Unlock line, unlock line.
Starting on the ground here, Krosky Merritt. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. They're going to run again here with Krosky Merritt. That is exactly why you rally to the football. Not through one tackle, but the next guy gets him for a loss. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Bronco. And jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
Go!
Giving this to Krosky Merritt. Holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up 4th down. 1 yard on the play, and now they've got 4th down and 6. So hard work rewarded as they take a well-earned win in this one. And they're able to run this winning streak to 3 as they have really caught fire recently. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Black Knights are winners. As with that, we sign off from D.C.
You wanted something to save, you wanted something to tame. You wanted me to come running when you called my name. You wanted something to train, girl, that you could keep on the chain, girl. Ever since you laid eyes on me, you've been barking up the wrong damn tree. Girl, you tried to tighten up the collar, clean me up, pull me up out the holler. That's one pill I ain't never gonna swallow. It's only one way this ends. Me running off you on the porch crying. Girl, I don't guess I can blame you for trying to fence me in, but that's your fault. Hell, you brought in this outside dog. I'm born to howl at the moon. You know I need me some room for chasing me all night and then sleeping till noon. Gonna do what I do, girl. Hell no, it ain't you, girl. Yeah, I've heard it before and I know that it hurts. Baby, you ain't the first girl who tried to tighten up the collar, clean me up, pull me up out the holler. That's one pill I ain't never gonna swallow. There's only one way this ends. Me running off you on the porch crying. Girl, I don't guess I can blame you for trying to fence me in, but that's your fault. Hell, you brought in this outside dog. Yes, outside dog. Ever since you laid eyes on me, you've been barking up the wrong damn tree. Girl, you tried to tighten up the collar, clean me up, pull me up out the holler. That's one pill I ain't never gonna swallow. There's only one way this ends. Me running off you on the porch crying. Girl, I don't guess I can blame you for trying to fence me in. That's your fault. Hell, you brought in this outside dog. Yeah, this outside dog.
Say you're the poet and the prophet, but you never saw me coming. Always starving for attention, and I got the kind you wanted, and it's killing you now. You wanna spin it around, but the truth's still the truth, nothing you can do. I feel it in my bones, won't bring me down, no, not even close. Go ahead and throw your stones, but you can't stop this, you can't stop this. Hey, 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 you can't stop this. Hey, 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 you can't stop this. I had a dream, and now I live it. Ain't it a gift to know it's God-given? I'm not gonna waste it. Stop wasting your breath. Stop speaking in whispers. Say that with your chest. I feel it in my bones, won't bring me down, no, not even close. Go ahead and throw your stones, but you can't stop this, you can't stop this. Hey, hey, hey.